everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope everyone is doing really well and having a really nice week. So today is a very exciting video because I'm going to be talking about everything YouTube monetization, my very first YouTube paycheck, how I got monetized, how it works, how much I get paid, all of that kind of thing, which is very overdue, to be honest. I could have done this a very long time ago, but I was kind of just waiting till I gathered a lot of information, because there is a lot of information that I'm going to be giving you in this video. I'm not going to be leaving anything out today. And I used to watch these videos from small channels when I was trying to get monetized, and they gave me so much motivation because I could see that these other small channels were also being monetized, and it felt like I could do that too. So I wanted to make this video as a little motivation for anyone else out there that's trying to get monetized, and also anyone that's trying to look for information about how monetization works, how you get paid, how you actually apply for monetization, pretty much everything to do with the monetization process for a small channel. So I've gone through all of my emails, all of my YouTube analytics, all of my paychecks, my bank statements, and I've gathered as much information as I possibly can and compiled it into this one video so that you can have all the information available and you don't have to go hunting for it like I did when I first applied for monetization. I'm gonna do this in steps because there is a lot of information to give out, and I think it'll be a lot easier to understand if I put it into like categories. So I think I'm gonna start by talking a little bit about what YouTube monetization is, in case someone doesn't really know, or in case you do sort of know that it means you get paid but you don't really know like how or what it means. So YouTube monetization is basically where your channel gets to a certain point where you actually start making money from your YouTube videos. When you first start posting on your channel, you might not make any money at all. Some people are really lucky and they can get monetized immediately. That's a very rare thing to happen, and it's if people are very lucky. But for the average person, it can take quite a lot of time and effort to actually get to the point where you're monetized. So during that time where you're not monetized, you're just posting for the sake of it, or just for a hobby, just because it's something you enjoy. Like, that's why I post videos on my channel. So the way that you make money when you're finally monetized is through ads on your YouTube videos, which you've obviously seen. If you watch YouTube, you've probably seen ads. So every time someone watches one of your YouTube videos and it has an ad on there, you get a small percentage of the revenue from that ad, which is a very small percentage, but it still sort of like adds up depending on how many people. The more people that watch your videos, the more money you're going to make from ads. You might also be wondering what happens with YouTube Premium users as well, because obviously they don't get ads. So instead of getting money from them watching ads on your videos, you get a small percentage of their YouTube Premium subscription instead. So it sort of works in the same way, but it's a little bit different. So I'm just going to quickly go over what the monetization requirements are. Like, what do you need to be able to be monetized? So the first thing you need is at least 1,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel. This just lets YouTube know that people are actually subscribing to your account, they like your content and they want to see more, and return to your channel by subscribing. You also need to have accumulated at least 4,000 worth of watch hours on your YouTube channel. This would be the equivalent to you having an hour-long video on your YouTube channel and it being watched by like 4,000 people. That's pretty much what it is, if that makes sense. And then the last thing is just no community strikes, so just no videos posted that violate any community guidelines. I don't really know what you'd need to do. I think probably just a load of swearing and violence and stuff like that, which you're probably not going to have on your channel unless you post really weird things. If you want to keep track of like how you're doing with your monetization goals, you can do this on the YouTube Studio app. I literally have this on my phone and I check it daily. You can check your subscriber count on there, your watch hours. I also use it to do things like looking at my money from videos and all that kind of thing. I use it all the time. It's such a useful app. So you can keep track of all of your monetization goals on there and just like keep checking it every day like I used to do until I literally reached monetization. I was obsessed with checking it every single minute. So now I'm going to talk about my monetization process and how long it took for me to be monetized from the start of my channel up to the point that I was monetized. So the very first YouTube video that I ever posted on my channel was on the 21st of October in 2021, which feels like a lifetime ago, and it basically was now. That video is still up on my channel. I'll leave that down below if anyone wants to just have a little sneak peek at my first YouTube video. I can't even watch that now because I'm so shy and just awkward in front of the camera in that video. And I became eligible for YouTube monetization on the 25th of December 2022, which was the best Christmas present I could ever have asked for. So it basically took me just over a year for me to finally be able to be monetized. I'm not sure what the average is. I tried to look, but I think it's just different for everybody. And if you've already reached over a year and you still haven't been monetized, don't use me as an example, because I saw people getting monetized within 3 months and I was using those as an example. Everyone is different and everyone's channel grows at different rates, and you will get there. So I became eligible on the 25th of December, and then I applied for monetization, and they finally approved me on the 29th of December 2022. So it actually only took them 4 days to approve me for monetization, which I really wasn't expecting. I was expecting it to be a much longer process. I think I applied on the 26th, and then it literally took 3 days for them to actually approve it, which was like nothing. It was almost immediately. So once I reached my target, it was finally time for me to apply for monetization, and I'm just going to sort of talk about the process because it's really confusing in some parts, and it's actually a very different process. I thought it would be very simple, clicking a button and that would be it, but it was a lot longer of a process than I thought it was going to be. So the way I applied for monetization once I reached my goals was through the YouTube Studio app. They have a section down below that says earn, and you can just click apply and go through all of the steps. You will then have to view the terms of service, sign up for a Google AdSense account, and then you'll also have to link that to your channel to make sure that it's actually set up. And then after that's all done, YouTube will review it. I think it usually says up to 3 weeks, I think. And after it's been reviewed, you will get an email from YouTube to let you know that you've been accepted and that you're now monetized, and it is the most amazing feeling ever. I literally cried my eyes out when I got that email. I just could not believe that I'd finally been monetized. That email is saved on my phone. Like, I am never going to delete that email because I remember the feeling I had. Like, it was such a massive accomplishment after such a long time of posting content to finally have been accepted for monetization. So after you've met all the requirements that you need to be monetized, signed up and been accepted by YouTube for the YouTube partnership program, the next step is to fill out a few more things on your AdSense account. They need a bit more information before they can actually accept you and start paying you on there. So the first thing I had to do on my AdSense account was to verify my identity. You can send them a photo of your photo ID, like your driver's license or your passport. I'm pretty sure I used my passport and just sent them a photo of that, so you show them that you are who you say you are. And then after that, you'll get another email from Google AdSense just to let you know that it's been accepted. I then had to fill out a load of tax information on my Google AdSense account, which was very confusing, and I spent a lot of time having to like look online. It was the first time I'd really done anything like that before, so I didn't really know what I was doing. I think it's because YouTube is owned by an American company, and obviously I'm from the UK, so it was a little bit different. But if you look online for your country and just figure out how to fill it out, there's a lot of information online, and I was very confused when I did it, so I'm not really going to be able to help. But yeah, I found that bit a little bit confusing. I think that took the longest for me because I had to like properly look into it. So after those things were done, I then had to verify my address. So the way that they do this is they mail you a letter with a PIN in it, and you have to type the PIN into your account. So once you've received the letter, you go back on your account and you click verify my address, and then you put the PIN in there and it just verifies it. It's pretty simple, but I remember finding that part really exciting because it was the first time I'd actually received something from YouTube in the mail. Very, very exciting. The last thing you'll need to do on your AdSense account is to verify your bank account, but you won't get asked to do this until you've actually going to be paid, like until you're actually just about to be paid by AdSense. So it usually takes a little bit longer for them to ask you to do this, but I think it's simple. You literally just type in your bank details and they send you a bit of money just to test if the account is active or something, and then they send you the actual amount, if that makes sense. So now we move on to a really exciting part of the video, which is going through all of my YouTube analytics. So these are my YouTube analytics from when I was first monetized. You can see on the first day of me being monetized, I only actually made 10 cents, which really isn't a lot, but I'm pretty sure I got monetized on the 29th, so it could have been like halfway through the day. So I only made 10 cents on my first day of being monetized. But then you can see on my second day, I made 73 cents. So it's not a lot. It really doesn't seem like a lot, but it really does add up. And just seeing on your channel that it's actually making money every single day, it's very exciting. From the beginning, it was exciting. So during my first month of being monetized on YouTube, I actually made $26.91. And that was from the 29th of December when I was first monetized to the end of January in 2023. So just over a month, I think a month and like 3 days. And I know $26 isn't really a lot of money, but honestly it was so much more than I was expecting it to be. And just having that on my channel, knowing that I'd made that money from my YouTube videos was such a massive accomplishment. I was so proud. seeing that on my YouTube analytics. I also just wanted to show you my top performing videos from that time as well, because I think that's really interesting to see. So these are my top 5 videos on my YouTube channel from the 29th of December till the end of January. As you can see, my Chloe Ting challenge video did the best. That's not really a surprise. By the time I actually got monetized on my channel, that video already had over 100k views, which was a little bit annoying because I didn't get paid for those views that were already on my channel. But it was good to see that that video was still making quite a lot of views at the time, so I still got a big chunk of the revenue from that video. So the $26.91 that I made in the first month were mostly from these 5 videos, as you can see, because obviously these did the best on my channel at the time. So now I'm going to tell you how YouTube actually pays you. Like, how does it work? How do they send you the money? So YouTube pays every single month and it's sent straight into your bank account. But before you can actually get paid by YouTube, you have to hit a minimum of $1,000 accumulated on your account before you can actually get paid. So if you don't reach that within 1 month, then you won't be paid at the end of the month. You'll have to wait another month or a couple of months depending on how long it takes you to accumulate $100 in your account. You can check this through your AdSense account. I literally log in there and it'll tell me what my balance currently is, and if it doesn't say $100, I know I'm not going to be paid at the end of this month. I really hope that makes sense because it was a little bit confusing when I first looked into it, but if you only make $26 on the first month of being monetized, you won't get paid at the end. And then if you've only added up to like $40 at the end of your second month, you still won't be paid until it's reached $100. Also, if you go over $100, you'll still be paid. $100 is just the minimum that you can reach before you're allowed to be paid. And if anyone was wondering, $100 is about £78.60 if you're in the UK. It still says dollars on your AdSense account because obviously YouTube is it's an American company. Editing Ruby just chiming in here because I've been looking on my AdSense account whilst editing this video, and the minimum threshold for my account has changed. I'm not entirely sure if it's always been this and I just haven't noticed, but it's not the same in the UK as it is in the US. So in the US, the minimum threshold is $100, but in the UK it is £60, and not however much I said in the video, it's only £60. So it's a bit lower than I thought it was. So when did I actually get paid? Because like I said, I had to reach a $100 minimum threshold. So I was monetized on the 29th of December in 2022, and I didn't get paid until the 7th of July in 2023. So it actually took me 7 months on my YouTube channel to accumulate the $100 minimum to actually get paid, which is quite a long time. And to be honest, I did feel quite disheartened when it was happening and I just wasn't being paid, and I could just see it going up really slowly. But when I did finally get paid, it felt like I'd really worked for it. Like I had worked so hard for it. It felt like such a massive deal. So from the 29th of December when I was monetized to the 7th of July when I received my first paycheck, I posted 12 videos in that time. In the first month of me being monetized, which was only 3 days in December, I made $1.27. In January, I made $25.65. In February, I made $22.68. In March, I made $17.52. In April, I made $18.29. And in May, I made $19.07. So that's what I made on every single month running up to when I was finally paid. And then I was paid on the 7th of July. So now is the part that everyone has been waiting for. How much did I actually get paid on my first YouTube paycheck? So on the 7th of July, my first YouTube paycheck came in and I made £85.20, or $108.48 US, which was a huge surprise. I really did not expect to receive that money on that day. Like, I had nothing, like no emails come in to tell me that it was coming, nothing. I just got that payment and I was like, why have I just suddenly been paid all this money? Like, where has this come from? And then I checked my bank statement and I saw it said Google Ireland, which was so cool, by the way. The fact that I have Google giving me money is just, it's just really cool. It just sounds really cool. So that was like the full process of how I became monetized on my channel, and like how much I got paid for the first couple of months, the first couple of days as well, and also my first YouTube paycheck. So I currently don't get paid by YouTube every single month. I have had, I think, 2 months where I had back-to-back payments, but that's probably because my videos did a little bit better than they would normally. But usually I'll get paid a couple of months in between, if that makes sense, because my channel will have to accumulate the £100 again before I've been paid. So that was was all of the information I had about my YouTube analytics, how YouTube monetization works, how much I got paid for my first paycheck. I really hope I haven't flooded your brain with too much information because I know it's a lot to take in. If you have any questions about something I've mentioned in the video or just anything about YouTube or monetization, then comment down below. I'd be happy to answer any questions. And if you are currently trying to get monetized on your channel, please know that it will happen. You will get there too, I promise you. Just keep at it. You will get to this point eventually and it will feel just as amazing as it did for me. So if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to give me a subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.